Hello, Marion High School students. This is Mr. Rogers coming to you from my office. It is March 27th, 2020, the Friday before we get going with some online learning and some packet learning. So I just wanted to reach out and say hello to you guys. I wanted to reach out and say hello to our families. I wanted to reach out and say hello to the staff. I know a lot of the teachers had emailed you guys this week and have been putting together some plans for this next week and the coming weeks, and as we all embark kind of on this new way of learning. And so hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully your families are doing well. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, and just know that we're here for you. I have greatly appreciated the emails and the phone calls that I've gotten this week as far as some questions since Tuesday in this platform. We've gotten tons of other questions, and hopefully I can provide you guys with some answers here. All good questions, as this is new for you as a student, this is new for you guys as parents, and this is new for us as a staff as well. And so, again, hopefully you guys are staying safe. And I think in the coming weeks, we'll get some positive feedback as far as how things are going. So we'll just kind of see how it all unfolds here in the coming weeks. So some of the questions that I've gotten some questions from some students. You guys had good questions. I gotten some questions from some parents. You guys had some good questions, so I appreciate you reaching out. And then I also have some questions from some teachers that I just wanted to kind of give out in this platform as far as some answers, from those questions. So the first question I have is, what are we doing about summer activities at this point? At this point, we're just kind of in the sitting and waiting phase. I do know we have driver's ed planned. I know we have fall sports that start back up, and we have lots of summer ball and some summer activities as far as practices and weights and all that. I know our FFA, always does a couple of trips with some students, and so as of right now, we're just kind of in the waiting phase. We don't know what the summer will look like right now, but our coaches and our sponsors are aware of this, and we're just kind of in the waiting phase. So as more information comes out, we will get that information out to you as far as summer stuff. I want to talk briefly about prom. There was a couple questions after my video that came out on Tuesday as far as cancellation versus postponed. Prom was one of the things that was canceled, along with K-Show events and activities, functions from the school for the spring, whenever K-12 schools shut down. I do know the difference between cancellation and postponed, and I'm fine with postponing it right now, but then again, we're just kind of in the waiting phase. I do not know what prom looks like for a summer prom. We have the restrictions also of being under 10 and under 50 that we've seen as far as people in one setting. All that stuff would have to be, the restrictions would have to go away, and then summer would have to be planned accordingly as far as what the DJ looks like and the place and the decorations and all that. And so I think prom will be another one of those deals that we just kind of wait and see. As of right now, it is canceled, but then I am open to, if the timing is right, to open that back up, because I do appreciate the juniors and their hard work. I appreciate the junior committee. There's about 5 or 6 of you that really planned a lot of it, and so I know a lot of time and effort went into it. I appreciate Mrs. Kirkpatrick and Coach Kraft. Again, it was just one of those unfortunate events that got canceled whenever we came down with the K-12 schools are canceled. Textbooks, I got a question about textbooks. If you need a textbook for your class, hopefully you reached out to your teachers. I do know several teachers have reached out to me. I am more than open to sending textbooks home. I just told the teachers to make sure we inventory that, and then we know where the textbooks are going so we can get those back. But if your teachers are assigning homework out of a textbook, then we will be sending some textbooks home for you guys. Will assignments still be listed on PowerSchool is another question I got. I know many of you students and families look at PowerSchool. The attendance function won't be there obviously anymore, but we will still post to PowerSchool. How that looks, it might be a little bit different. It might be day-to-day assignments. It might be by a week-to-week assignment. but just kind of depends on the teacher and depends on the class. But I did tell the teachers this morning to make sure we're posting on Power School. That way you guys can keep up on what the assignments are. I had a question about extended school year. If you remember a couple months ago, we started talking about having a recovery session for some of our students that were close to passing but just weren't quite there yet last fall. And so extended school year will still happen. Whenever I first started to think about this and we started to plan this as a group, I was thinking of us being in the library with teachers and you're able to sit in there and recover a credit. And so as of right now, that wouldn't happen. But extended school year will still happen. It'll just be more in the online format or some packets. May 26th through May 29th is the dates for that. Again, we're just kind of in the wait and see of what that all looks like. But come May, I'll get some information out to you guys if you qualify for that. Another good question I got about online classes and sharing books. And so some of you are in a teen class or an Edgenuity class and you're sharing books. And some of those books they don't have. So some of the classes, depending on the class, they might have an electronic copy for you. The other option that we're hearing is that the teacher that is assigned to you online, that they're going to alternate some of those assignments so you don't have to use and reference a book. And so I want some feedback, please, in the coming weeks as far as my online students. I just want to make sure you guys are getting the resources that you guys need. But from what we're hearing is the teachers will be adapting some of those assignments for you to where you don't have to use the book. What will I do for my TA, work study, and seminar grades? If you are a teacher assistant or a work study, we will continue on and probably just keep that grade that you had whenever you left for spring break. Seminar grades, we're working on some social and emotional stuff. Mrs. Medina's doing a great job with that. We're going to be sending some information out there, so just whenever you get that, make sure you check in on that, but your seminar grade should not change too much as well. We have a really good document going around that the teachers did a good job of contacting you guys this week and calling families and emailing you guys as students. And one of the documents is all 138 students that we have. And then one of the questions that we asked this week as far as do you have internet for our assignments, or do we need to explore some of our packets for you? And we got quite a bit of feedback back that you guys do have internet, but then some of you did say the internet connection is not very strong. And so please give us some feedback in the coming weeks. If we had put you down that you have internet and then you're able to check email, but then some of the Zoom stuff and video streaming that we might have for you guys, if that's not working at home, please let us know so we can explore another avenue. Do the students need to return Chromebooks on Monday? No. We want you to keep your Chromebook, use your Chromebook, check your email on your Chromebook. Use it. I do know at the end of the year, Chromebooks has been part of the technology check back in, the stuff that we do in May. We will schedule as a district a time for that, but as of right now, these next 7-8 weeks, use your Chromebook, so keep your Chromebook. Had another question about are we continuing on with all 7 classes? The answer to that is yes. I think everything we do here is very important. Again, depending on the class, you might have day-to-day assignments or you might have week-to-week assignments, and so just be making sure you're staying in contact with your teacher. If for some reason, if you're the packet type person, we need to probably explore how we're going to be getting some of the answers back, and we can do that case by case. Again, I told the teachers this morning that this time next week we will know more about how this all looks. We're in the unknown stage right now, and so any feedback I can get next week will be greatly appreciated. But for right now, we're going to continue on with 7 classes. KSDE recommended that no more than 3 hours a day for high school students. And so for you students, if you have week-to-week assignments and say they're all due on Friday and you wait till Thursday night, I would imagine you're going to be sitting there for more than 3 hours. So that's why I go back to, encouraging you to be flexible, but to also have a day-to-day schedule for you that maybe you sit down an hour a day. Maybe it's an hour in the morning, maybe it's an hour in the afternoon, however that looks best for you, but just make sure you're staying on top of things. Again, some of the classes and teachers might only have one assignment for you a week, and so how you do your time will be up to you. Again, to piggyback on that that last question, are we going to follow the school schedule starting at 8:15 and ending at 3:26? No. If you sleep in all morning, you sleep in all morning. But then make sure you get up and check your email, and you're checking your stuff, and you're checking your Zoom and your Google Classroom stuff, and whatever platform your teacher has for you. You Florence students, we do have meals coming down there every day. We're greatly appreciative of Jordan Metro, Mr. Humberg, and everybody who set that up and is sending meals down to you guys. Depending on the student and the class, we might be sending some homework down to you, but we'll be in touch. We will call you guys and make sure that you guys are aware if any homework is going down on the van that takes the meals to Florence. The question from the teacher standpoint, should we print out packets and have them for you guys for 8 weeks? And I said no to that. I don't want to overload you guys as students or overload you guys as families and parents that are helping out the students now. A little bit more than maybe what you would have been if we would have had school here like normal. I don't want to overload you guys, and so the teachers, and as good as planners as they are, they've done a great job, but I want to kind of hold off on that, and so we'll kind of take it a week to week here, and we'll get that information out to you, again, case by case. This is your guys' reminder that on Monday we hope to see you. If your last name is A to M, come up. We've gone through all the lockers and PE stuff, and we've found some things inside classrooms that are yours. So if your last name is A to M from 9 to 11, come up in our back parking lot. We'll kind of be out there with some tables, and you can grab and take your stuff. Last name N to Z, make sure you come up in the afternoon. Make sure you kind of stay away from each other, and it's just going to be kind of a come and go. After the fact, if there's some things that we're missing that we can investigate and kind of see where that stuff's at, feel free to shoot me an email or to call the school. But teachers have done a nice job of cleaning some things out. Custodians did a nice job of cleaning out the lockers. We have little bags with your names on it, and so we have your stuff for you. If you have anything that is ours, I know the coaches will be out. Spring coaches will have the tubs out, and your track sweats and all that good stuff. But if you can bring all that, we would greatly appreciate getting as much as that done on Monday as possible. If you have any questions, students, families, parents, feel free to call me, shoot me an email. I plan to do this platform at least a couple times a week. I hope it's a good thing that you see me, and I wish I could see you guys. But just know that we are here for you. We wish you the best of luck, students and families, parents, as we embark on this new way next week. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be good, and I think it'll be all right. And so I appreciate the patience, I appreciate the questions, I appreciate the feedback. Students, you guys have a good weekend. You guys all stay safe, and Monday, students, best of luck to you. We'll see you later.